Hi everyone, welcome to my video. It's Stamp Ventures with Shauna, Canadian Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'm here today to show you some of the cards that I received on the swap from the incentive trip. They're just absolutely beautiful, and I know you'd like to see all the ideas and inspiration. I have, I think 26 or 27 cards here in the bundle. So I'll go through and show them to you and who made them if they have that information on them. And you'll be able to get stamping with all the ideas at your place. If you're interested in getting any of the supplies to make these beautiful cards, all the supplies can be found in our Stampin' Up! Annual catalog. So, and more information on that can be found at my website, stampventures.stampinup.net. So these first two cards feature product from the Woven Threads bundle. They're absolutely beautiful, just lovely colors. And the very first card that I'm going to share with you was made by my friend and dining room table mate, Janice Waitman. She's from Illinois, and I love this border that she's created with the Woven Threads dies and embossing folder. It's just stunning. And then she's used some of the Stampin' Up! In color ribbon as well. So pretty. If you want to grab a screenshot of that, you do that so you have the idea to save. And on the inside, Janice has also listed all the products that she used on her card as well. This other card opens like this, kind of a neat fold. And I love this border strip down here because it can create a pocket if you want to, say, put a gift card or tuck something in like that. And this card, it says, was created by Amy Frelici, and it looks like she's from Michigan. So that's the Woven Threads bundle or suite of products. I guess I could call it a suite because there are several things in the suite. And if you're wondering where to find that in the catalog, the Woven Threads suite begins on page 12 and carries on to 13 and 14 as well. So that's the first couple cards I have to share. The second cards are from the Daisy Lane bundle, and this one, I hope this, yeah, I didn't lose the person who made it. She's inside her. Her name is Bonnie O'Neill, and there's a little bit of a closer up for that one in case you want to grab a screenshot. There's that in color ribbon again. And then actually this was the card that I made for the swaps, and just a little bit different take. Instead of using the daisy from the Daisy Lane, I decided to use the fern. And then there's a little charm here from the Bird Ballad trinkets. So that's the Daisy Lane stamp set and coordinating punch. And I can let you know that the Daisy Lane, in case you're wondering where to find that, is on page 23 of the annual catalog. Next up, we have a beautiful peacock card, and that's featuring all kinds of product from the Noble Peacock bundle. I love how, now I have to look at the name of this, Kim, she used like the embossing folder that's featured, the foil, the designer paper. She used even the Noble Peacock rhinestones and the reversible ribbon. This ribbon is absolutely amazing. Yeah, it says you are incredible, and her card is incredible. So if you're looking to find anything on the Noble Peacock suite of products, look at, they're just absolutely gorgeous. The colors are stunning. Page 24 and 25 in the catalog. Next up, we have a cute cow. I was surprised how many demonstrators had made swaps with the cow stamp set. He is so sweet. It's called Over the Moon, and I was lucky enough to get one of them. We just got random cards, like there was no set set person's cards that we received in our bundle of swaps. You just never knew whose cards you'd receive. The other cards, I did get to see them up on display boards. So I know there were several cow cards out there, and this was the one that I received. How's it going? And this one was created by Angie Leach. And I think I'm gonna have to get this little cow because he's so sweet. I'll show you the other cows in the set. They are on page 32, and there they are. They are so cute. All right, my next cards are, well, there's 3 of them actually. They feature the Magnolia Lane suite of products, and it's a really stunning bundle of products. And I'll just let you know who's created each of these cards here. This one is by Sandy Hancock. If you want to grab a screenshot of that, she's used the dies here to create the border. They coordinate with the stamp set in the Magnolia Lane. And here's some more of those same colors. Those are the colors that are featured in the coordinating designer paper. And this one's really neat because it's almost like a little mini scrapbook on the inside. It's got a couple of pages. This would be a great card if you were needing to make a card for somebody from a group of people, and lots of names were going to sign the card. And hopefully on the back, oh, there it is. Jan Shaw created that one. And then this last one, there's the Magnolia Lane stamp set again, but then just double check on this, Dawn Stock, she used 3 different embossing folders and 3 different kinds of paper. So there's some of that Noble Peacock foil. Oh, there's some of the Perennial Essence paper, and then some silver foil with the scripty embossing folder. It's just a really, really lovely suite. And the Magnolia Lane bundle, there's another peek at it here. It's on pages 36 and 37, starting there in the annual catalog. Here is a lovely butterfly card from, never sure if their name is on the inside or on the back, Amy Rich. And do you remember me talking about the Noble Peacock bundle? Well, there's some more of the Noble Peacock foil that she's used with the Butterfly Gala stamp set. Just a little note. And I kind of like how she's done the weaving in the corner with the strips. It's a great way to use up the strips of designer paper that you might have. And Butterfly Gala is, there it is. It's on page 46 of the catalog. Now, this next card, it uses 2 products, and I thought this was so clever. It uses the stamp set called Rustic Retreat, and the Rustic Retreat can be used, well, exactly for rustic kind of looking cards, but it also can be used for Christmas. It has some Christmas motifs in it too. And then, let me look who this is, Linda Cullen. Linda combined it with another stamp set and die from the annual catalog called Ride With Me, and it's this cute little truck. And she's made the truck flat, one-dimensional, but you can actually make like a 3-dimensional truck with the dies. So I'll just show you. Let's see, where did that go? Well, there's the Ride With Me. I just can't see. There's the Ride With Me. Right now, I'm having trouble seeing where the other stamp set is. I had it marked, and it looks like my tab has fallen out of my catalog, but there it is. Rustic Retreat is the name of the other one. It might show up in a minute, and then I can, if I find it, I'll let you know. The next card is from Elizabeth Shannon in the UK. Yeah, Stampin' Up is global. We've got demonstrators in lots of different areas of the world. And Liz Shannon has used the Follow Your Art stamp set and some of the embellishments that go with it. So here it is, Follow Your Art. And I love that little saying that she stamped on her card, let's stay up and craft. And the only thing that I want to add to that saying about let's stay up and craft is I want to say, let's stay up and craft all night. So those are pages 52, 53, and 54. All right, so moving on, here's a card that features the Pressed Petals stamp set, and then it also features some of the designer paper from the Pressed Petals and some of the washi tape. And this is kind of neat washi tape. I have to show this suite of products to you because not only is there traditional washi tape that is you tear off in a rectangular fashion, but there's also washi tape that's in the shape of flower petals, and I'll just show those to you in a minute. The maker of this card is Kim Vogel, and here it is, Pressed Petals. There's the suite starting on page 72, and these flowers here, they are actually washi tape that you peel off in petals, and you can create different floral embellishments and floral accents. And then there's the other kind of washi tape that Kim used on her card. It's just such a cool idea. All right, and here we are on to 2 cards that are from Above the Clouds. That's the name of this stamp set. And taking a peek here, Julie Freisinger. She used the Mosaic Mood designer paper, and that's so neat because that's exactly how those balloons are, like across the middle of the balloon they have different designs, and so that paper worked really well for her to punch those out. And she really did some interesting sponging here to create the clouds. I thought she did just such an interesting work there. The other card using Above the Clouds is from Connie Stewart, and there she is, simplysimplestampin.com. She has fantastic videos if you haven't seen hers, and I was so happy to sit down with Connie just for a few minutes on the cruise and tell her how much I appreciated learning how to open our stamp our ink pads, because the new ink cases are kind of stiff, and so she had a really great tip for that. Here, I can show it to you right now, because if you're struggling with them, it's so frustrating. So Connie's husband, I think, figured it out. Instead of trying to pull up here, if the latch is just a little too tight and too small for your fingers, take your 2 thumbs, push, and then it cracks it open, and you can open it up that way. So that was just the best, getting to meet Connie and telling her how much I appreciated her tip. Here we have a beautiful card using the Bird Ballad stamp set, and there's our in colors for the year. And the Bird Ballad card was made by Julie Skotsky. And I'll just show you here. Oh, can you hear that? My card slid off the pile. The pile is getting big. The Bird Ballad suite of products starts on page 90. Next, 2 cards. I never thought about how cute this stamp set is until I received these, and they are so sweet for kids' birthdays and, well, just for fun friendship kinds of things too. Anybody who likes dinosaurs, I guess. This one is by Anne Granger, and she's even used the little accents, I guess. They're kind of little embellishments called Dino Roar embellishments. And here is a Dino Roar card by Tracy Bauer, and she's got a heart accent on top of her dinosaur. Yeah, they did such cute work with these cards here. Lots of detail too in this one. Look at, there's die cutting in the background. And if you're wondering where to find Dino Roar in the catalog, it's a whole suite of products, including those embellishments, those enamel shapes that I was telling you about, starting on page 98. Next up is a beautiful stamp set called Bloom and Grow. And there's some of our in color ribbon again. I love that. Peggy Ireland made this card. Lots of nice pink colors using that Rococo rose. And the Bloom and Grow, if you love flowers and if you love to color, then this stamp set is for you. And it's on page 130. The next card, I left it in its plastic packaging because that's where the person's name was, Jessica Taylor. I took the others out of their plastic packaging because I didn't want it to get too much of a glare in the video. And this features the Seaside Notions stamp set. And anybody could make this card. There's just some designer paper, a second layer of cardstock here, and an image cut out, and some words. You could mass produce a lot of these. Now, unfortunately, with the Seaside Notions, there is not a die that cuts out this seahorse. So Jessica would have had to cut that out with scissors, but she did a really nice job. And Seaside Notions, there it is on page 139. Now, this card here features a stamp set that was in our catalog last year as well. The stamp set's called Love What You Do, but it features some brand new paper. That's the Perennial Essence paper. I call it the Monet paper, and it's so pretty. It's a little bit more of a close-up, and this is really neat how it's a tri-fold like this. And Jackie Ross made this card. I like how there's the banner and then another piece attached to the banner. And I'm thinking she must have glued that banner piece right underneath the white layer. So it's seamless and looking nice and flush on the back. So that stamp set, Love What You Do. Just see if I can, there it is. Love What You Do, page 143 in the catalog. Now, this next set of cards features a really popular suite of products that we have in our current annual catalog. This is the Sailing Home Suite, and these are it just makes stunning cards. I'll give you the names of the people who did them. So many dies that they've used to cut out the shapes, and then there's the embossing folder and the designer paper. Just so much work here, and that's thank you to Meg Holland for that beautiful card. Here's another one with a lighthouse, and again, setting sail in the direction of your dreams. Great masculine card, great paper there again. Oh, and she used the antique metallic embellishments for the center of the wheel there. And this was done by Chris Waddell. Oh, I got to eat dinner with Chris Waddell one night on the ship. And the last one, well, I'd have to look at the catalog to see what the translation is on that. This is done by a German demonstrator, and her name is Alexandra Grape. So great ideas. I like how Alexandra's cut out a piece and then put another sponged piece in the background. I'm thinking she probably used the sponge brayer there. So nicely done. And you'll for sure want to see where you can find all the products for the Sailing Home. Well, I guess the name of the suite is Come Sail Away, and then the stamp set is called Sailing Home, and it starts on page 144 in the catalog. Now there's two last cards that I'm going to show you, and they have such a mixture of items on them. I thought I'd save them for last. So this first card here, created by Joanne Perry from Moncton, New Brunswick. I made some cheat notes for me. She used so many different things on here, and I want to be able to tell you what they all are. So the background here is the Magnolia Lane designer paper, and then here is the punch, the perennial flower punch that's part of the Magnolia Lane pardon me, no, it's not part of the Magnolia Lane suite. This is part of the Perennial Essence suite. And she also used the leaf punch and the sprig punch all layered in there. And then she used the heirloom frames die and embossing folder. And if you remember from the very, very beginning of my video, the card that I showed you that my table mate Janice made, she's also using one of the heirloom frames and dies and embossing folder. You can see there's two of them, an oval one and a rectangular one. And finally, Joanne also used the well-written dies for the word friend. In the background here, it says happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. I am not sure. I have not combed the catalog to figure out which stamp set that greeting came from, but it doesn't matter. You could use whatever greeting you want in there, and this frame just sets it off beautifully. So lovely. Thank you, Joanne, for the beautiful card. And this last card here also uses a nice combination of products, and there it is, Lauren Urbanis. She created it, and so she's used the Let It Ride, live as someone left the gate open. And then she's also used the waterfront stamp set, so that's the mountains and the trees. And then this last stamp set, Enjoy Your Life, or Enjoy Life, I was really struggling to figure out what stamp from that set she had used. And then I looked it up in the catalog, and it's the grass down here. And wow, amazing sponging she did to create the sky in this card. So thank you, Lauren. And those are all the cards that I have to share with you today. I was just thrilled with all the ideas that I received, and I'll be bringing these cards to my events and setting them up here in my Stampin' Parlor so everybody can enjoy them and see them. And if you are looking for any of these products, remember to check out my website, stampventures.stampinup.net. If you're watching this video and it happens to be August of 2019, there's the host code that we are using for the month. But if it's not August, just on the home page of my website, it will say what the host code of the month is, and you can go from there. And if you have any questions, please feel free to be in touch with me. I thank you so much for tuning in with me here and checking out all the swap cards I received. I'll talk to you another time. Bye for now.